How's it going, everybody? I'm Cherokee Ronnie. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you guys how to notch pipe at home in your backyard for 30 bucks. You can go to Harbor Freight and buy a pipe notcher. It's about 60 bucks, and you got to buy a good hole saw bit for metal, and you're looking, upwards to almost $100. And the Harbor Freight notcher, you have to do a little work to it to get it straight and to notch right, so there's a little bit more man hours. So I wanted to show you guys you could do this in your backyard, and you can do simple rock sliders for your Jeep Cherokee or your Toyota or whatever it may be. You can do simple stuff with this technique. If you're going to be building some awesome bumpers and stuff like that, you can buy a good pipe bender, and then I'll show you guys today how to notch pipe with templates. Now this is 1.25" pipe that I'm using, and 1.25" templates that I'm using. So I'm going to show you first without the templates. It's the harder way, and it's an eyeball way. It's not perfect in any way, but it will get you by. Or you can get on eBay and get these templates like I bought. They have them for different sizes. I'll leave the link in the description below. Just to remind you, this is not a perfect way to do this, but it gets you very, very close, and by the time you weld up around whatever you're doing, it will look perfect and it will look great. Just take your time and focus, and you're going to mess up a few times, so buy extra pipe. If you're building something, I recommend going to your local metal yard and actually getting some scrap metal and playing around with this, because you'll get better the more you practice. Let's show you how to notch some pipe. All right, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do it by eye. You want to go 1/2 inch. This is 1.25" pipe, so you have to do the math. So you have to find out the math of your particular pipe and all that if you want to do it this way. I don't recommend doing it this way if it's your first time, but you go 1/2 inch, mark it, and then draw a straight line from the edge of the pipe, and then you kind of just eyeball it and kind of make your circle around your 1/2 inch mark. That's basically what it looks like. And then you just kind of line it up by eye and mark the other side, because you're going to have to do the same thing on the other side. Now you can get another piece of pipe if you have one laying around that's cut perfectly straight. As you can see, I just eyeballed that. You can take a piece of pipe after you mark your line again. Remember, it's a 1.25" pipe, and you have to measure 1/2 inch. So I put a mark on the black line where it's welded on the pipe, and then I take the pipe, spare piece of pipe, I put it down on that line, and I just go ahead and I trace around it so it's round. And that's basically how you do that. If you want to eyeball it, you can get away eyeballing this, but like I said, if it's your first time and you haven't done stuff like this, don't eyeball it and don't do this, because you'll mess it up and stuff won't go together right. So that's basically it. Make sure you do it on both sides, across from each other, noon and 6. I'm going to go ahead and do it just for the sake of the video. After you get good at this, you pretty much know where to mark stuff, but that's basically it on both sides. So this is a template that you can get. This is 90 degree. You can put on here and mark it wherever you want. Always line it up with the black seam, because this is the welded pipe. But always line it up so I know what to do on the other side. But I actually need a 45 piece of pipe cut for the project I'm doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm going to do with that. But the little slit in the template, I line it up with the black line going down the pipe. And I just go ahead and I trace it out pretty much like that. Pretty self-explanatory. And then, like I said, I put that little mark on the black line on the pipe, and I just go ahead and slide it down, and I flip it over and rotate it. And there's another mark on the other side, and you line it up with that black mark. that you're going off of, and you just go ahead and trace it right back out like you did the other side. And then you'll be ready to cut it. And it looks like crap when you cut it, but that's what your flap wheel is for, is to clean it up. So after you clean it up, it actually looks pretty decent. It works very well. It butts up very well, and it's a nice finished product. Like I said, it's not the most prettiest thing you ever saw, but by the time you use your flap wheel and you get it cleaned up, it actually butts up really, really nice. As you can see, I'm beefing up my razor cage as we speak, and it's going together very, very well. So I'm really impressed how everything is working out and how these templates work. They work really, really good. And for the money, you know, I got, I think, 28 bucks in those and a couple dollars in Harbor Freight, flap wheel, and cutoff wheel. So that's basically how you do it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'm Cherokee Ronnie, and stay dirty, my friends.